morning, guys, from this beautiful part of the Netherlands, the very, very south, Maastricht, in Limburg, and way more south than that. Gorgeous views, and I'm here with, ta-da, the Aprilia Tuareg Rally. This is a very good looking machine, if you ask me. Just look at it. Oh, with the scenery. That's beautiful. It's the same engine as the 660, the RS and the Tuodo. But just, how do you say that? Tuned differently, so it's got more torque and less top speed. But, top speed. Yeah, I know I'm going to say something that's probably illegal to say, but is it really necessary to have a lot of top speed? Because, anything above 170 kilometers an hour makes you lose your license in the Netherlands. So, yeah. The Tuareg Rally, what's different from the standard one? Well, you get a different muffler. You get beautiful golden rims. Beautiful colorway as well. I love purple. Most of you will know, but I love it. And the combination with black and red and gold, I love it. Brilliant. Also, you get this skid plate, which is different from the standard one. You've got different suspension, I think. And you've got a full off-road setting in the dash, which is one a mode or whatever you call it, riding mode. Yeah, I think riding mode. That's not provided with a normal one. Love this little blink or hint to the racing history of Aprilia, and I think this bike screams racing, not like road racing, but off-road racing. Look at it. It's gorgeous, beautiful. So I thought I'd sit down for a bit. Gorgeous baby. What do I think about this bike? I kind of like it. I know I say that about basically every Aprilia. I don't know what it is about the styling, but I just love it. I can't help it. It just feels racy in every bike they make. I like that because I just love a sporty bike, even if it's not a race bike. I just love a sporty look, a sporty feel or feeling. And this one definitely gives that. Is it very comfortable? If you compare it to a sport bike, yes. If you compare it to a touring bike, maybe not the most comfortable bike. So I replaced myself a bit. The bike's here, sitting on top of it now. It's not the most comfortable bike of all. It feels more like a dirt bike when you ride it, or an enduro bike. So it's not really a proper a typical touring bike. I've ridden the BMW GS Adventure, the 1250 that was. I've ridden the Versys 1000. What others? A Tiger 1200, a Tiger 750. The more typical touring bikes. Oh, hey, bikes. Hello. Oh, you're all looking at me. I feel so uncomfortable filming in public. Sorry. Gosh, why is everyone looking? Okay. But it's not a typical touring bike. It doesn't feel as comfortable as the other ones I just mentioned. This is more proper enduro off-road bike. And I like that. And I'm going to explain to you in a bit why. But I do want to say it's comfortable when you sit upright. If you're used to sitting more bent forward like a sport bike, then this actually provides you a lot of comfort. If you're really used to the touring bikes, the ones I just mentioned, and the likes of it, like Africa Twins and stuff, then this will probably be way less comfortable. Because it's not the touring kind of bike. It's truly a rally kind of bike. So don't mistake that. Whatever. Why I like it, even though it's less comfortable, I enjoy, how do I say that in English? In Dutch you say eigenwijs. I love a bike that's just not conventional, not comfortable necessarily, not typical, a golden retriever, you know? I don't know how to explain this in words, but it's a feeling you get. I don't ride for comfort. I ride for fun. I ride for enjoyment, for having the thrill of riding. And I do have to admit, I've never made a long trip on a bike. I think the longest I've ridden in one piece is, or with small stops, is 8 hours or something. So I don't do the long travel trips on a bike. I don't enjoy them. I don't know if I can say that if I've never done it before, but um, I don't really look forward to riding 600 kilometers a day. Uh, I like short, intense trips, have a bit of coffee, have a bit of pie, and then get going again, and beautiful curves and corners, and even off road. I enjoy a short, intense trip of maybe 1-2 hours, and then just have lunch and see if we can ride again in the afternoon or just chill. So I enjoy a different type of riding, and I think this bike suits that more than a normal touring bike would. Nice off-road location. Nah, just kidding. I've been riding it on twisties like that, and that great location. I will add it in the description below. If you want to ride some twisties in the south, this is the place to go. So I moved to a different spot because it was a bit busy in the other one. I don't know why, but every time I try to make a video in public, which is very uncomfortable for me and not something I really enjoy doing, actually, people just come up to me and start to talk to me and make conversations, which is lovely, but also very, distracting and annoying. Well, not really annoying, because I do appreciate people want to talk to me and have all these nice little stories to tell, but it's difficult for me already to do this, and it doesn't make it any easier when people constantly try to talk to you. Gosh. But I really am enjoying myself with this. I had to find it. It is a good bike. It's a bit tall for me, so I can't really reach the ground there. I do when I don't wear my racing suit. When I picked it up, I wore my race suit because that was all I had with me. I have done something naughty. I've been riding it today in normal clothes. I know I shouldn't. But I just don't have anything else with me here in the south. Back home in the north, where I have my own house, I do have stuff to wear, but I don't have it with me, so sorry. So nice. This is such a beautiful curve, and people are waving at me all the time. When I really do think people are lovely. Sorry. Yes, but I am a bit tiny, and these normal clothes, they are, by the way, motorcycle shoes. And I, of course, wear a normal helmet and goggles and stuff, and in good gloves, off-road gloves. But I wanted to try how it would feel or how I would suit on this bike when I wear casual motorcycle clothes. And since I didn't have any casual motorcycle clothes with me, I used my normal clothes, casual clothes. I know. Sorry. What I would change is maybe the seat, make it a bit more comfortable if you really want to hit the long trips and the long kilometers and, riding for hours and hours straight. I wouldn't if I would use it my way. So for pleasure, for fun, maybe hit a bit of Ted Road in the Netherlands, a little bit of off-road. I do want to say that I haven't taken it off-road properly. I took a few of these roads, these thingies, but no sand or whatever, because I do not feel comfortable with it on this bike. I do ride off-road, but on a small bike, a 350 Enduro. And I feel that this is much for me, too much for me. You might need bigger balls or just a lot of off-road experience with bigger bikes to properly ride this off-road, because this is a lot. It's feisty, is pretty quick on the throttle. It's a 660 twin engine, the same as the RS and Tono, like I mentioned, but it feels different. It truly does. It feels a bit stubborn, and I love that. I truly love that. It feels like an off-road configuration. Oh, I'm shaking all the time because I'm leaning on my knee. Sorry. But it feels sturdy and stubborn like a true off-road bike, which is way different from the RS 660, for example, that I've ridden, I think, a few weeks ago. And, well, it's the same engine, but it's just differently set and whatever. Which is, I don't know. I'm amazed with technology and what it can do. And yeah, that's pretty cool. How two bikes can share the same engine, or three bikes, actually, if you also count the Tono in, and can all feel so different. I think that's really cool. Yeah. For me to bring the Tuareg, where are you? There. Hi, together in the same frame. Obviously, I'm not a talented video maker. Sorry. I'm gonna enjoy myself for a bit, and I'll give you a little bit update later on. But yeah, that was it. Bye. Okay, one little tip: when you're not that big or not that tall, I hope you can hear me. I am 1 meter and 68 centimeters tall with very short legs. Then the Touareg here is a bit heavy, especially if you park it somewhere here where it's declined like that. So the nose was where my nose is, and the booty was there, this part there, with the brown stuff for my clothes. It's a bit heavy to pull it backwards. How I did that, I put it in first gear so it couldn't roll off the thingy. I don't know the English word, off the hill. I put it in first gear and then hold my left hand here and my right hand here, like there. This little protection thing. I pulled it, other hand here, and it's doable then. It's heavy, but doable. It's on the road again. So let's hit it.